Oh my goodness. It's a hurricane. She's going out in the rain. You're in the rain. Is that so fun?
Yeah.
Are you going to play with Hilary?
Yeah.
Wow.
Abba, can't go in Kenya. Where, Abba?
You know. Bye, girls.
Bye.
My turn. Girls, are you having fun?
Abba, Lala.
So if you can't beat her, you join her. What are you doing? Are you playing music?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see you make music.
You want challenge? Beat challenge? Beat challenge? They have beat challenge.
Okay, thank you. Good job, baby.
Oh, I see them.
So I just realized that we've been shooting today and my microphone was not on. How crazy is that? So we gotta re-record some things. That's what's up. But first, coffee. Well, second coffee. This is my second cup. I love coffee. If you like coffee, put a little coffee emoji or the word coffee in the comments if you like coffee. And put what kind of coffee you like too.
Maka, Abba,
Yeah.
I make a car.
Oh, you good?
Yeah, I make a hot castle. I make a hot castle.
What are you doing?
Taking my lip gloss.
Let me see your makeup. Oh my goodness. Wow, how old are you now?
5.
5. How many fingers is 5? Good job. Let me see that makeup, the makeup again. Oh my. Who taught you how to do makeup like that?
I don't know.
You don't know?
You don't know who taught you how to do makeup?
Ema didn't teach you how to do it? No?
You heard it from her, guys. Her Iman did not teach her.
Okay.
Self-taught.
What are you doing? Are you going night-night? Okay, can I have a kiss? Give me a kiss. Oh, look at this mess. This is what happens on a rainy day.
This actually looks good compared to yesterday.
That's true. That's true.
Say we have lots of kids and lots of fun.
That's right. We're going to show you the real.
Lots of kids,
Right.
lots of fun.
Having 6 kids, you can't have a clean house having 6 kids. That's fake.
Nana.
Are you going nine? Are you going 99 too, Lily?
No.
No, not yet.
No, I want to nana.
Almost.
No, I want to nana.
You want to go down there? Class is going up. You want to go?
No.
Why not?
I don't want to nana.
Nine is fun.
No, I want to nana.
No fun in my
Fun to nine. Nine's not fun.
Wanna be just like you.
What's up, dude?
Say hi, Abba.
Last time you were on a video, you were pretty little.
Now you're just full of chunks. I love it.
You're not the only one anymore.
I know.
You've been the
I remember
boy for a long time.
I remember it started off with just me and Layla for a long time, and then we got Malka, which was a shock. Then we got Aaliyah, which is a big shocker, and then we got Bossy, and then I was like, that's a big one. Again. And then when we got this one, I was like, I was already crying when before we revealed the gender because I was scared if it was a girl.
You were already crying.
I was, yeah, because I was scared.
But he
So
was a
that's just
prayer
good.
that you've been asking for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Now you got a bro.
Now I can teach you things.
Pound it with your bro, yeah. You gonna pound it with bro?
I'm in your face.
What is that?
We are going to answer some questions. So we have a whole lot of comments to respond to. So we are going to actually set up right here and we're going to record ourselves answering questions and responding to some of the comments. So that's what we're going to do. That'd be cool, right, Jay? Yeah. Right now. So we got a lot of comments to get to.
Yes.
So we got our trusty laptop here, and we're gonna just go through it, answer a couple questions, and kind of see where it goes. All right?
Yeah, I mean, we're behind like some months, so we thought this would be a good way to answer some of those questions.
It's almost, let me tell you this, it's almost physically impossible to respond to every single message, so we're just letting you know. So we do the best that we can.
Yeah.
All right, so you want to go for it?
So
Cool little question in there.
from Charlie the dog.
Charlie the dog.
Charlie the dog said, nice. How do you make the crumble from my challah? So maybe some of you guys have seen, I made a challah and there's a crumble that I put on top of it. And it's a very simple recipe. Literally, it just depends. For me, when I'm making 2 challahs, I would only use 1/4 cup of flour and 1/4 cup of sugar. And then you add a teaspoon of vanilla extract and then you'll add canola oil. So I just do a little bit of canola oil. I can't even say how much I use because you just want it to, the amount of oil that you use is getting it to that crumble texture to where you're kind of getting that, you know, the chunks of the crumble to form. And sometimes if you need a little bit, I always start with less than more because then you can always add. So I start with a little bit less. I would say I start with a tablespoon of canola oil. And then if I need a little bit more, I'll just go from there. But simple recipe, mix it all up. And then you throw it on top of your challah and bake it in the oven. And I bake my challah always at 350 temperature for a good, I would say 33 minutes.
And it will change your life. Let's just say that. Next question. Shamel? Sorry if we didn't pronounce that right. But 4 months ago, They asked, what was the moment when you put a mezuzah on your front door? Who picked it out, or did you write your own? So I'm definitely not a scribe, so I didn't write it. What was the moment? So yeah, when we moved into our home, we put mezuzahs up, and this is it's just practice. So like even all of the mitzvot that we do, right? These are just practicing opportunities for us to get ready to actually live a Jewish life. You know, just like for example, we can't fully keep Shabbat. So, but what do? We keep, you know, a partial Shabbat. Why? Because we're learning, and that's as you know, people that are in the process of converting. That's the only way you're really going to learn. You have to move into a Jewish community, and you have to start practicing Jewish things. So same thing, we put a mezuzah on our doorpost, as well as a couple other spots in our home. Once we convert, we have quite a bit more mezuzot to get on our homes. I mean, to get on the rest of our doorposts through our house, and yeah.
Yeah. So at the time that we did that, because you asked what was that moment when you did put the mezuzah on, I would say the first time we did that was in 2020.
2020.
Yep.
There we go. Who picked it out?
Oh, we actually went to Mitzvah Land. Shout out to Mitzvah Land. They helped us very much with picking out a mezuzah and just giving us information about it and all of the good stuff and what we needed and how to put the mezuzah up. And so that's how we learned. That's who helped us. And we're so grateful for Mitzvah Land out in LA, actually Sherman Oaks to be exact. Shout out to Mitzvah Land. We actually recently just did a video on them, but that's who helped us with picking out our mezuzahs.
So we got another message from DJ Butch 3R. How did you choose the community you chose? I mean, there's LA, Brooklyn, Baltimore, Miami, a whole bunch of places. I'm curious how you found your community. Also, is there a sect or tradition that speaks to you both more? We'd love to hear your perspective on both of these topics.
So how did we choose our community? It's actually a very interesting story. I feel like Hashem definitely led us to where we are today. But in a nutshell, we were looking into the community already prior to knowing that we were going to be converting to Judaism. And we were looking in this area and then found out there was a shul in this community once we decided to go through a conversion process. And so once we found that out, got connected to the rabbi out here in the community, and we loved it. And we loved our rabbi. We love our rabbi so much. We love the community here, and everything just went from there.
As far as the sect or tradition that speaks to us, we love Rebbe Nachman and the teachings of Breslov Chassidus. So we love that, and we really try our best to live by Rebbe Nachman's teachings. It's been a huge blessing for us, and I think that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Valik Khan or Valika NYC. They said, "Thank you for this. I have been part of the Jewish community for many years. It is definitely time for me to go through with my conversion. Thank you for your videos. May you have hatzlacha and success on your journey." That's music to our ears. We're so happy for you, and just know it's not easy. You know, going on the journey,
but it's worth it.
We can definitely say it's worth it for sure. You know,
and we're not even there at like the final, like
right. What do we say?
But even just knowing the end goal to what we're fighting for, it's going to be so worth it.
Absolutely. Here's one. Somebody asked us, "Are we Hebrew Israelites?" And no.
No, we're not.
Somebody asks, "Are you guys converting through Chabad?" We are not converting through Chabad. However, we love Chabad. We have a lot of friends who are Chabad, and we have so much respect for everything Chabad has done for the Jewish community, everything that they've done for the world. I mean, you can go anywhere in the world and you can find a Chabad.
That's true.
You know, so I think that is just one of the biggest blessings in itself. You know, people can go to a different country and then have a shul or have a group of people to be able to connect with, and you can dive in. You can find a minyan in a lot of these places. You can find kosher foods, and And so big shout out to Chabad. We absolutely love Chabad.
We have a question from Rivka5219, and she said, "Your tickle here is so beautiful. Do you have a video on how to wrap it?" Well, thank you so much. You know, I do switch it up a lot. This has kind of been my like statement tickle wrap, I guess, that I've been wearing a lot lately. But I do have a video particularly on this one of how I wrap it. And if you just go to our videos, you'll be able to see. It's a tutorial on how I wrap my tickles.
She also asked, you may have a video on this. What happened in the Christian church that made you doubt and go towards Judaism? Or did you just come upon Judaism by accident? I don't,
both.
however, I don't think it's anything is our accidents.
Yeah, nothing was accident.
But for us, we have a lot of videos on this. But in a nutshell, we have always been truth seekers. So what we did was we took our Christian Bible and we held it up to a Jewish Bible, and there were lots of differences. And so one thing that really stood out was the Old Testament in the Christian Bible was rearranged when you hold it up to a Jewish Bible. So lots of the books were out of order, and that kind of raised the eyebrow for us. But what really kind of came in our mind was what Moses was teaching the Jewish people, and he said, don't add and don't subtract to this Torah, right? And so there was obviously some additions and some subtractions there. And the fact that there was a New Testament attached on to this Old Testament, that was a big red flag for us as well. And to call the Tanakh a Old Testament was something that we thought about, because it was almost as if it was out with the old and with the new kind of thing.
Right.
And then once we started reading the Tanakh, we started learning the criteria for who will be Mashiach, right? Or what will the Messiah do? And these were very, very clear for us. And in the Christian Bible, Jesus did not meet those qualifications. He didn't fulfill those prophecies at all. So the Tanakh has very, very clear qualifications for what the Messiah must do. Once we understood what these qualifications were, such as he has to be from the line of David, he's going to bring Israel from exile back to the land of Israel, he's going to build the third temple, there's going to be peace in the world. So knowing that these things were not fulfilled by Jesus, then it just made it very, very clear for us that that what we were believing wasn't accurate, right? And it wasn't really a lot of questions after that. So that, amongst a whole bunch of other things, but we just felt really connected to Judaism. We felt that it was the truth of all truths. We felt that the commandments were something that we wanted to really, really keep and really hold by and live by. We loved the family dynamic. There was a beautiful gift that was given to the Jewish people called Shabbat. We love that, and a whole bunch of other things, right? And so, again, we have videos on more explanations on why we said no to Christianity, and you can find some of those. So somebody asks, how does it work when we convert for our kids?
Basically, all of us, we're all going to convert together. We've all made this decision to convert, even our older kids. And so when it comes to the mikvah day, we're all going to immerse into the mikvah. How does that look for babies? We have no idea. And small children, I just know that we are all going to be immersed. What I do know is, obviously, of course, the men are separated from the women and the girls. And so most likely I'll be with all of my girls. And then I'm not sure how it works with even our baby boy, our son. But I just know that on that day, we will all be immersed in the mikvah.
May that be soon. Please, God.
Yes.
Nissim Black is a Tzaddik, one of the great Jews of this century. Hashem protect and bless him always. 100%.
Yes,
he is a Tzaddik for sure. He's a very, very holy man. A huge inspiration to the world. And and to our family. To our family. We're so grateful that we've had the merit to really build a relationship with him. Like he's somebody that's very, very close to us now. So we're very, very grateful for that. And but he's an incredible human being. I got a question from my wife. Can you do more head wrap tutorials, please.
Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes.
That was from Two Door Miller. So thanks for asking. No, you know, a lot of people have been asking about these tutorials, and so I love them. I love the way that she wraps her hair. She has a couple different ways that she does it. It's probably my favorite one. The little up and then the little down thing.
Yeah, I call it like the ponytail.
The ponytail. There's just so many beautiful messages. I wish we can highlight all of them. Somebody said, you know, I love how you take turns speaking. Thank you. We've learned that over the years. You know, we've done business together and we've worked together for a long time, and so that stuff really helped us.
Yeah, that developed us a lot. We actually used to like speak over each other, so we really learned to know, you know, when it's each other's turn and when we have something to say. So it's been years of working on that. So thank you.
So somebody said conversion should not take longer than 1 year. So we've been dealing with this for a while now, because it seems like people tend to have these ideas that it's supposed to take a certain amount of time, and that's not true at all. There are people who convert in a year time frame. There are people that we know personally that's taken 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. Why? Because they just have different situations, right? And it's very interesting to me, because have been people who think that they understand and know our exact situation, and so they'll say these things of like, oh, okay, well, it's because some people say your conversion is taking a long time because you have a YouTube channel, and so it's just silly things, and that has absolutely nothing to do.
Can I say something about that too? The Bait Dean knows that we do content.
Thank you.
And they're actually like very intrigued with what we do. So
yeah,
we can put that out there and let you guys know that the Bait Dean is definitely aware that we do content. And of course, we wouldn't do anything without going through our rabbi.
Of course. And so so it's just interesting that people really, really feel like it. Like when I see these things, these silly comments, I'm like, wow, I didn't know that you were at our meetings. I didn't see you there. You know, but it's funny how people think that they know how everybody's process is supposed to be. Not everybody has the same process. People have family dynamics. There's things that happens in people's family that sometimes will slow certain things down. There's job changes. There's people can't move and uproot their family just like this in a lot of cases. So that's something that can take a little bit of time. And that's why people say it took me 4 years. Maybe it was 2 years of them trying to move, and maybe there was some things that happened with their job along the way, or their house along the way, or you just never know. Maybe people just went through a big life crisis, and then they just had to just kind of take a break on life for a bit, right? You don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of cases with that. And, you know, you can never just assume that you know why somebody's process is even long. Like, for example, we started our process before even moving into our community. It took us 8 months to move into our community when we started our process.
Exactly.
So if you want to deduct that, I mean, our process technically didn't even really, it started, but it didn't start until we moved actually physically into our community. So if we were to count that, we haven't actually been in the process for 2 years. So it just, like he said, it's definitely different. It's a case-by-case situation. It's Hashem. He knows exactly when that new neshama needs to be put into specific bodies, right? So I think that's for us. That's why we're so patient on this journey. We're not frustrated. We're not mad. Of course, do we want it? Absolutely.
Of course.
But what is frustration and getting angry going to do? I mean, nothing. We just keep pushing. We keep doing what we're doing. And that's all we can do. And we know that in Hashem's timing, it's the perfect timing.
The perfect timing. So people that think they know what's going on, I'm going to say chill out, but you're probably not going to chill out, because some people just really they get a kick out of, you know, saying certain things or whatever. So if you want to keep doing it, guess what I'll do? I'll block you. How about that? Okay. So, moving on. This is a good question. What was the turning point to be equally yoked? You touched on it at the end. Are the kids in school or are they homeschooled? So this was on our video On the Same Page. And so this was Molly Papazian. Sorry if I'm butchering your
That
name.
sounds pretty accurate. Good
Right?
job.
Okay, all right, cool. So what was the turning point to be equally yoked? Meaning being on the same page.
You know what? As far as with Judaism, we'll answer it from two standpoints. So before Judaism, I would say equally yoked was our 5th year in marriage. It took 5 years for us to figure this marriage stuff out, which rightfully so. I think people don't realize that, you know, marriage does take work. It takes time. It takes getting to know each other. It's not just this fairy tale like romantic romance thing out of a novel or a movie. It took time. So I think our 5th year, we finally got like communication.
Yeah.
How do we talk to each other, understanding each other's, feelings, and, just how to interact with one another was the most important thing. And then when it came down to being on the same page as far as with Judaism, that was like instant. I think because we were already growing so much together in our marriage of, like everything that we have done, we always communicate with each other. That's why I understand why communication is probably, one of the biggest things in a relationship, because we would always express what's on our heart, what's on our mind, what are we thinking. We would discuss things. We discussed, Judaism. We discussed, the differences of why, things as far as with Christianity was not working for us, and why, Judaism really spoke to us, and it spoke to both of us. It wasn't just like my husband said, oh, I like this. This is, this sounds great, this and this. No, we like studied together. We talked it out to make sure that I understood and I wanted it. And I mean, I think that when you have so many years in marriage too, you just become naturally equally yoked.
Right, that's true.
Too. And I feel like we just were on the same page, like after our 5th year, to be honest. So, yeah.
Are the kids in school? Yes, our kids are in school. Our 2 oldest, Lil and Jaden, they're in school. And
Malka, our 5-year-old that just turned 5.
And so she's in school as well, and in Jewish schools. So we are working on the other ones, the little ones. We're working on them as well, and it's beautiful. So they were homeschooled. Our kids were homeschooled some years ago before we started our journey. But now they are in an actual Jewish school. With that said, I think we're done.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. We love doing the answering questions things, right? It's
so I think we'll be doing these more often, and it helps too, because it allows us to catch up, go through things, share with you guys, and maybe even more questions come out of some of the questions that we are answering as well too. So I think it's a good thing for us to do.
Awesome. Yes. Well, thank you guys. Make sure you guys subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like, share, all that good stuff, and turn the notifications on if you want to. That way, every time we post a video, you'll always get the notifications.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you guys again for your love and support and all of your beautiful comments that you leave us.
We love you guys very much, and we're out.